In the heart of Guyana, on March 29, 1995, a boy was born who would take a different path to cricketing greatness. His name, Gudakesh Motie, a left-arm orthodox spinner with a calm temperament and a hunger to rise. Motie's story is one of quiet determination, family roots, and an unwavering commitment to perfecting his craft. Early life. Gudakesh Motie's story begins in Guyana, a nation that has produced some of West Indies cricket's brightest gems. Legends like Shivnarine Chanderpaul and Carl Hooper. Like many Caribbean children, Motie grew up with cricket stitched into the very fabric of his daily life. From narrow streets filled with makeshift wickets to grassy grounds where youngsters bowled tirelessly, cricket was not just a sport. It was a culture, a way of bonding, and a symbol of pride. Motie was a quiet child, observant and focused. Where many young cricketers idolized the flamboyant stroke makers, he found himself fascinated by the subtle craft of spin bowling. There was something about the patience it required, the need to outthink a batsman, and the artistry of making the ball drift, dip, and turn sharply off the pitch. In Guyana, cricket was more than entertainment. It was hope. The game had given the region heroes who carried the flag on the world stage, and for Gudakesh, that dream burned brightly. He often spent hours with friends on the field, tossing ball after ball, trying different grips, experimenting with flight, and imagining himself dismissing great batsmen. Family and neighbors noticed his talent early, especially his persistence. Unlike many kids who lost interest after a while, Motie's passion only deepened as the years rolled by. It was this unwavering focus that would carry him from local games into professional cricket. But the road was not smooth. Guyana, though rich in talent, had fierce competition for places. Motie needed to prove that his skill wasn't just raw talent, but something that could withstand the rigors of professional play. The U19 World Cup, first taste of international cricket. By 2014, Gudakesh Motie had already carved a reputation for himself in Guyana's cricketing circles. His big breakthrough came when he was selected for the West Indies under-19 squad to play at the ICC U19 World Cup in the United Arab Emirates. For a young cricketer, this was a dream come true. The U19 World Cup has often been the stepping stone for future stars. Motie walked into that tournament eager to show his skill. While the West Indies didn't lift the trophy, Motie gained something perhaps even more important: exposure, confidence, and the belief that he could compete against some of the best young talents from across the world. The tournament showed him what professionalism looked like: structured training sessions, game strategies, and the mental toughness needed at higher levels. It was an eye-opener, pushing him to sharpen his craft even further. First-class debut, making his mark. In November 2015, Gudakesh Motie made his first-class debut for Guyana in the regional four-day competition, a proving ground for many West Indian greats. Playing against the Windward Islands, Motie was steady, but it was in his very next game against the Leeward Islands that he announced himself in emphatic fashion. Taking 6 for 20 in one innings and 5 for 85 in the other, he finished with match figures of 11/105, a performance that not only won him the Man of the Match award, but also signaled that Guyana had found a serious spin weapon. And he wasn't done. In his third match against Barbados, he claimed 6 for 79, and just 2 games later against Jamaica, he picked up 6 for 33, 4 5-wicket hauls in a debut season. The cricketing world in the Caribbean sat up and took notice. This was not the work of a one-off talent, but a bowler with consistency, variety, and the hunger to dominate, building a reputation. Domestic dominance. Between 2015 and 2019, Gudakesh Motie established himself as one of Guyana's most reliable spinners. He became known for his ability to bowl long spells, a crucial asset in first-class cricket. Where others tired, Motie thrived, spinning web after web around opposition batsmen. In October 2019, he was named in Guyana's squad for the regional Super 50 tournament. By 2021, he had grown into one of the most dangerous bowlers in limited overs cricket. During the Super 50 Cup in 2021, he finished as the leading wicket-taker with 16 wickets in the tournament, a testament to how his spin bowling could adapt not just to the longer version of the game, but also to the fast-paced one-day format. That same year, his chance in franchise cricket came. On September 2nd, 2021, Motie made his T20 debut for the Guyana Amazon Warriors in the Caribbean Premier League, CPL. For a boy who grew up idolizing cricketers, to now share the stage with global stars in the CPL was a massive step forward. International debut, wearing maroon. 2021 proved to be the turning point in Gudakesh Motie's career. His consistent performances finally earned him a call-up to the West Indies squad. In November 2021, he was named in both the ODI and T20I squads for the series against Pakistan. On December 16, 2021, he made his T20Y debut against Pakistan. Shortly after, in January 2022, he was part of the ODI squad against Ireland. For a Guyanese cricketer, donning the maroon jersey of the West Indies is the ultimate dream. Motie's debut was not just a personal achievement, but also a proud moment for Guyana. His family, friends and supporters back home celebrated as their boy joined the ranks of international cricketers. Test debut and breakthrough. In May 2022, during the West Indies Championship, Motie showed another side of his game when he scored his maiden first-class century, 110 runs against Barbados. Not only was he a match-winning bowler, but he also demonstrated resilience with the bat. His all-round abilities earned him a spot in the West Indies Test squad for the Bangladesh series in June 2022. On June 16, 2022, Gudakesh Motie made his Test debut for the West Indies. The significance of this cannot be overstated. Test cricket is where legends are made. It demands patience, skill, and mental toughness. And for a spinner like Motie, it provided the perfect platform to showcase his artistry. He bowled tirelessly, probing batsmen, building pressure, and taking crucial wickets. By July 2022, he had also made his ODI debut against Bangladesh, completing the rare feat of debuting in all three formats within a span of less than a year, climbing higher, facing the best. Motie's journey was not without challenges. International cricket is a steep climb, and spinners from the West Indies often carry the burden of filling big shoes left by greats before them. But Gudakesh showed resilience. In December 2023, he was named in the West Indies squad for the Test series against Australia, one of the toughest assignments in world cricket. Facing world-class batsmen on fast, bouncy pitches was a test of character. For Motie, it was about learning, adapting, and proving that West Indian spin still had a place in modern cricket. Then, in May 2024, came another career highlight: his selection in the West Indies squad for the ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2024. To represent the region on one of the biggest stages of the sport was the fulfillment of years of hard work and persistence. Personal life. Though much of the world knows Gudakesh Motie for his cricketing exploits, he is also a man deeply rooted in family values and Guyanese culture. While details about his wife and personal life remain private, something he has deliberately kept away from the spotlight, it is well known that family has always been his pillar of support. Like many Caribbean cricketers, the journey to the top is not just individual, but collective. Behind every delivery bowled and every wicket celebrated, there are sacrifices made by parents, siblings, and loved ones. For Motie, that support system has kept him grounded, humble, and focused on his career. He is seen with his son, mostly in the field, showing her is a dedicated family man. Away from the game, he is known as a calm, soft-spoken individual who enjoys simple pleasures and remains connected to his roots in Guyana. Legacy in the making. At just 29 years old, as of 2024, Gudakesh Motie's story is still unfolding. He has already achieved milestones, international debuts across formats, 5-wicket hauls, match-winning spells, and a growing reputation as one of the finest left-arm spinners in the Caribbean. But perhaps his biggest contribution is symbolic. In an era where spin bowling from the West Indies had often been overshadowed by fast bowling history, Motie represents a revival. He carries the hopes of Guyanese fans and the wider Caribbean community that spin can once again become a match-winning force for the region. His story is a reminder that success in cricket isn't always about flamboyance. Sometimes it's about persistence, discipline, and quietly outthinking opponents. Gudakesh Motie's rise from the fields of Guyana to the global cricket stage is both inspiring and instructive. It is a story of raw talent shaped by hard work, of quiet determination paying dividends, and of a young man who dared to dream. Please subscribe for more cricket stories.